What is good, people? Welcome back to my channel. So Undisputed just released a news update in regards to the upcoming patch expected next week. So we're going to take a look at what they had to say and give our thoughts and opinions. Let's get into it. It says right here, what's going on, fight fans? Here's your upcoming update as of July 7th, 2025. The changes below are scheduled and expected to arrive as early as next week. Can I just say this before we get into it? Steel City, can we please stop these drip updates and just get one large update all at once? The last content update was 2 weeks ago. Are you telling me you couldn't have just waited 2 weeks and dropped the content update with this gameplay update? I'm sure that would have been better for your DLC purchase numbers, because I know a lot of people didn't buy the DLC pack because you had not fixed the game yet. So I'm confused why you keep doing this, and I'm sure a lot of us wouldn't mind waiting the extra 2 weeks just to get gameplay updates, because we care more about the game being fixed than getting these new fighters. I'm not sure what your marketing strategy is, but it's bizarre to me and I don't think it's working. So please, in the next updates, can we get them all at once? So with that little rant out the way, let's get into the gameplay updates. It says, punch tracking improvements. We've addressed a bug that causes major punch tracking issues. Punch tracking should be notably better in the following patch. Where do I begin with this one? So you broke hit detection on November 14th, 2024. I remember the exact date and the exact update. The earliest we're going to get this update will be the 14th of July 2025 before you fix it. So that's exactly 8 months it took for you to fix this bug. Now I'm glad it's finally being fixed, but I can't give you praise for taking 8 months to fix a problem that you broke, and it just shows a whole level of incompetence. Like, you're so lucky that this is the only boxing game, because your game would be dead. If you had any competition, everybody would have left this game a long time ago. I can't imagine any other sports game getting away with having such a game breaking flaw and having it left in the game for 8 months straight. So yes, I'm incredibly grateful that you fixed it, but the amount of time it took you to do so is shameful. Next, we have hit punch confirmation system. We have increased the risk/rewards for throwing power punches. Recovery time will be longer if a power punch is missed or blocked. That's a good thing and something we needed. There are 0 vulnerability frames and 0 recovery frames for power punches, so this is a huge plus, but that's just one part of the problem. We all know when they say power punches, they mean the right hook power punch, because that's the only punch that people spam. It's like 90% right hook power spam and then 10% body uppercut power spam. So they're talking about the power right hook. When are you gonna tackle all of the problems that make this such an issue? Like, when are you gonna decrease the rate of RNG flash knockdowns caused by the power right hook? Because compared to any other punch, it's like over the top, OP level. And then when are you gonna decrease the range of the power right hook? It makes no sense to me that a punch that should be short range for inside the pocket is the longest punch, the fastest punch, the most powerful punch, and the most accurate punch in the game with the highest rate of RNG flash knockdowns. Like, that's why this punch is abused. That's why this punch is spammed, because you can literally play with just that punch and be successful. When are you going to tackle these problems? This hit detection confirmation is just one part of the problem. You need to tackle the other two to get rid of this problem entirely. All in all, it's a positive, but there's still more to do. Then we have revised the flash KO system. The flash KO system has been looked at and addressed, and flash KOs are back. The system has been worked to better reflect in-ring momentum. Chances of flash daisies and knockdowns are more closely tied to successful power punches, counter punches, and critical combos. Flash KOs are specifically tied to successful power and counter power punches, particularly when an opponent is running low on stamina. Now there's 2 things here that have me a bit worried, where it says will reflect in-ring momentum. What does that mean? Does that mean if I'm beating the shit out of you, my rate of getting a flash KO is higher? Or does it mean that when I'm beating the shit out of someone, the fight's going to become scripted, and then the chance of them flash KOing me is going to be increased? You've not worded that very well, and I'm not sure how it's going to actually affect gameplay. And then we've got this part here where it says it will happen mostly when you are running low on stamina. Yeah, but what stamina? Are we talking long-term stamina or short-term stamina? Because at the moment, all the RNG flash knockdowns and flash KOs and all these things that happen when you're low on short-term stamina are ridiculous. It's like the game is tailored to people that sit back and wait for you just to throw a combination at them so they can catch you with short-term stamina, and you're being punished for actually going out your way to try KO your opponent and land combinations. So if it's long-term stamina where your chances are increased, cool, but if it's short-term stamina, nah, that needs to be taken out. You're already ridiculously vulnerable when you've got short-term stamina as it is. Moving on to the next segment, we've got fighter adjustments, and it says Andy Ruiz has increased punch speed. Now, I don't particularly care about Andy Ruiz. He's not my favorite fighter. He's not a fighter that I was excited to be in the game, but that doesn't mean that other people aren't excited about him, and he does have very slow punches for how he actually fights in real life. So it's a positive that they have increased his speed, but have they made it nuanced? Andy Ruiz should have extremely slow feet but extremely fast hands. I can't wait to test it out and see if that is going to be the case. Then they've updated his in-game rating also. This was something that did bother me because I feel like you guys need to put more respect on Andy Ruiz's name. You've got him right down at the bottom, but he's a former world champion that didn't beat some scrub. He beat Anthony Joshua, beat the shit out of Anthony Joshua. Like, put more respect on his name. I'm pretty sure he's better than Charles Martin and Robert Helenius, and I'm sure his like rating is around there, so he needs to at least be on the level of James Buster Douglas and around there, I would say personally. Then we've got the biggest problem that I had with the last update, and that's David Benavidez. I was so excited for this fighter because if you've ever watched him fight, you know that he's perfect for a video game. Flashy combinations, fast combinations, knockout fighter. Then you use him on his game and he's so incredibly slow. It's like the person making him for this game didn't watch a single second of footage for David Benavidez. He is so unbelievably slow. Yeah, I know they gave him his own signature animation for his hooks, but does that mean they have to be slow? He's got slow hooks, slow power straight. He's not very good at combination punching. He's such a disappointment on this game, and I'm glad that they increased his speed. But how much have they increased his speed? Have they increased it to the level it should be? He should be as fast as like Sugar Ray Leonard and Amir Khan, in my opinion, but we will see. Then we have Sugar Ray Leonard 87 increased punch speed. Now, I'm a bit confused why they did this. Out of all the DLC fighters we got, I've probably used Sugar Ray Leonard 87 the most, and he is equally as fast as the Afro version. He's incredibly fast with his combination punches, so I don't understand why they feel like he needed a punch speed. But if you want to give him one and make it even better, like, go ahead. I ain't gonna complain about that. In the next segment, we have character created updates. Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson's moveset are now available in character creator. Don't particularly care about this. I don't play offline and I don't play career mode, so I know that you need to be focusing on nerfing Jack Dempsey, and I don't think it's cool that you're just gonna give people his broken animations, but okay. And then vintage collection cosmetics have been added to character created. I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming that's Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson's attire that they wear is now available in character creator. In the next segment, we have bug fixes. Fixed an issue where evade states lasted too long, affecting punch trackings. I'm not 100% on what this means, but if it means what I think it does, this is where people are abusing diagonal dodge or bobble heading and stuff like that, and it's causing your punch tracking to go off and being missed. That's why you'll hear people say dumb things like, oh, the evasion on this game is so much better since the last update, while they spam the Dempsey roll, why they spam diagonal dodges. It's because it's causing a bug that's causing my punches to miss against you. It's not the evasion properties have now been improved, it's tracking is worse. Now we have fixed an issue where punches would miss dazed opponents. I don't know what is going on with this game. This is much needed. For some reason, punch tracking is terrible, but when you rock them, it goes into overdrive and you are missing literally every punch that you throw at them. So this definitely needed to be fixed. Fixed an issue where punches occasionally missing or going over the opponent's head in close range. Yeah, this would happen all the time for no reason. Instead of punching them directly on the chin, your fighter would throw a hook clean over the top of their head, and then you would get hit with something, and then you're left being angry. So glad they fixed this. Fixed an issue with power body uppercuts having an extended reach compared to normal body uppercuts. Yeah, this definitely needed to be fixed. This was broken in the 1.3 update. I noticed it straight away. It's the animations for the power body uppercuts went back to what they were in early access, where they would use the whole length of the arm and do straight arm body uppercuts as if they were throwing a bowling ball. So glad that's been fixed. Various animation bug fixes, obviously that's very vague, we don't know what they're talking about. And various stability fixes, another vague statement that we don't know what they're talking about. Overall, I think these are good gameplay changes, things we definitely needed right now, but I'm a bit disappointed because I feel like there's more important things they could have added or included or focused on rather than some of these current things. The hit detection, yes, that was priority number one, but the others I'm not too sure about. I would rather have had you guys fix the Southpaw exploit, fix the footwork, give flat foot a revamp so that there's actually punishment for people going to flat foot now, rather than all that happens is you walk slowly. And you definitely need to nerf Jack Dempsey. You did all these changes for Andy Ruiz and David Benavidez, and I don't understand how you're ignoring Jack Dempsey when it's like you made him to be completely broken. There is no balance to him, there is no counter for him, and every signature move that you gave him can be spammed and abused and exploited. So those are things I would have rather you fixed on. But like I said, these are positive things that should be in the game, and I'm happy they're coming to the game. So all in all, this should be a good update. So that brings us to the end of the video, but I want to know what you guys have to say. Do you agree with me that there should have been other things more important included in this update? How do you feel about the punch tracking or the punch hit confirmation or this new flash knockout system? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content I got coming your way, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.